Welcome to your first lesson. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to create a multi-track recording and learn how to use the solo and mute functions to listen to them. First off, we'll need to make sure we have the correct microphone selected. There is a pull-down menu at the top of the window just by the little mic. All available mics will be available for selection. Luckily, Audacity will use your system's default microphone automatically. If you have an external mic connected by USB or some other way, this is where you can select it. Next, we need to check the mic levels coming into Audacity. There is an area with an L, R, or left and right label. This is the mic monitor. Click on it, and you will see red bars that show the level or loudness of your mic. Aim to consistently reach about 3/4 full for a strong recording. You can adjust the mic input level over here. Now that we've got our mic set, let's hit the record button and say anything to create a simple recording. Hello, I am a first simple recording. Congrats! We've made our first recording. What you see on the screen is called a track. There are two blue waveforms because we have created a stereo track. Stereo means two waveforms on one track. Your favorite songs on the radio are made up of a bunch of different tracks, sometimes as many as 20. Every time you press the record button, Audacity will record a new track. Earlier, I mentioned this blue waveform. The waveform is a visual representation of the sound we recorded. The peaks represent the sound. The higher the peaks, the louder the sound. This waveform is a good example of a strong recording. Just for fun, let's record a second track. Hello, I am a second track. So as you can see, we have two separate tracks, the one we just recorded and the one we recorded earlier. Let's learn how to name our tracks. If you click where it says Audio Track and select Name, a box will pop up giving you the option to name your track. This is useful if you are recording a test to be read back to a student. You could easily name each track question 1 or section 1, whatever you want. You can name your tracks whatever you would like. So as you can see, we've named this track question 1, and this track still has the default name, Audio Track. Also, it's good to know how to use the solo and mute functions for each track. Over here along the track information, there are two buttons labeled Mute and Solo. The Mute button mutes the track from playback. So when you hit play, you will not hear it. Notice how the track turns gray to show that it's muted. But what if you just want to listen to one track? Should you mute every other track? This is where solo comes in. If you hit the solo button, the only track you hear is the track you just clicked on. Notice this one remained blue, and this track is now gray, which means it's muted. Solo is a great tool to use if you have many tracks, but you just want to hear one. You'll notice in our recording we have two very good tracks, but they're stacked right on top of each other. And when we hit play, they'll play back at the same exact time. In the next lesson, we'll get the tools to manipulate our tracks, master them, and turn our recording into a great one.